I don't know how the hell I'm gonna read all this without looking at the screen. Alright, let's try this. Hi guys. We're gonna try something different today. I'm going to give a little bit of an intro before the draft video. And I know my eyes are here. I apologize. But this is a lot to read. So just bear with me a little bit. Today we're gonna briefly talk about one of my favorite cards, Berg Strider. Berg Strider is a 5-mana 4/4. It's 4 colorless and in blue. The giant wizard. And in the text on it says, when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent control. If you spent snow mana to cast this card, any snow mana, not just blue, any snow mana, it does not untap during its controller's next untap step. Berg Strider is one of the best commons in Kaldheim draft, and that's just not debatable. Ask any player playing anybody in the upper echelon of draft right now in the ranking, they'll tell you Berg Strider is great. But I really do feel like a lot of people don't respect this card. And I laugh because I see it everywhere on Reddit, on Twitter, on YouTube, on streams. People just pass this card way too often and they should be taking it, even if it's not in your color. The reason why you should take it, even if it's not in your color, is because most of the time you can splash it as long as you get the fixing. And it is worth splashing, even though it is a common. Now, maybe you don't see it that way, and that's fine, but let me try and explain why it's splashable. One of the important aspects of the card is that it's tempo plus. What I mean by that is that it puts you ahead of your opponent when it enters the battlefield. You get to tap down your opponent's best creature for at least a turn, for 2 turns actually, for 2 turns, right? Yeah, it's tapped down for 2 turns. I don't know what I'm thinking. I've played this card like 200 times. It's tapped down for 2 turns, and you swing in with your other creatures whenever it enters the battlefield. So you get an extra creature on the board, and you get in for some damage. And it's like usually a good amount of damage too. And in the next turn, if they don't deal with your Berg Strider, well, you just swing in with a 4/4 and like 3 other power most of the time. And then your opponent's at 12 or 10, and now game's in your favor. Shutting down a blocker for 2 turns is powerful and almost equivalent to removal in this format, especially since this format seems very creature light. Most of the time I end up with like 9, somewhere between 9 and 13 creatures in my decks. If I'm controlling, a little less so. But yeah, so because of that, it seems like it almost feels like removal. And because of this, even if your opponent removes Berg Strider immediately, it almost feels like a 2-for-1. Because if you tap down their best creature and they remove it, well, you just get to attack and they either trade off one creature and you get in some damage for another one, or you just get in for some good damage. Hi, Munchkin. More often than not, it's more like a 1.5-for-1 on average because tapping down a creature isn't a card, but it does feel like a 2-for-1. Especially in really critical spots where your opponent's down on life or like they have a low amount of creatures. And that's only on attack. On defense, it shuts down an attacker for a turn, which is usually enough for decks that run Berg Strider to stabilize. Most of the time in these mid-rangey or control decks, by turn 5 is usually the critical turn for aggro decks to kill mid-range and controlling decks in this format. And when you play a Berg Strider on turn 5 and shut down their biggest creature or their creature with all the equipment, they have to spend their next turn either getting ready for another attack or putting equipment on another creature. And it just pushes you more towards stabilizing if you haven't stabilized already. On top of that, it leaves a big body on the field too. So you shut down their biggest creature, which is usually like a Craven Hulk, and now they have to attack their 3/3 into your 4/4, 3/2. And it just doesn't work out for some of these decks. And if you play against mid-rangey or controlling decks, then you get to get in for some damage, and that adds up later on in the game whenever you're trying to race your opponent. Speaking of big bodies, Berg Strider is thick. Usually you see this type of effect on Frostlinks and other similar costed cards with small stats, like a 2/2. Not with this giant. You get 4 power and 4 toughness. You get to swing in and chomp down your opponent's life total. 4 power and 4 toughness is plenty to brawl with other big creatures. The only thing that really outclasses it is the Elf Outrider and Lindworm, and usually the decks that play Berg Strider can handle these kind of cards anyway as well. This card is so powerful you can even splash it regularly, which you'll see how nice it is in this video coming up. It's almost a win condition on its own, and whenever I play it in my long game type decks, it always does work for me. You know how in Legacy Cube, when you really don't need to plan for a win condition because you just pick one up in the draft eventually? That's how Berg Strider feels in Kaldheim. I just look at my deck, I'm like, I got a bunch of card draw, a bunch of removal. How am I going to beat my opponent? Oh, I get 2 Berg Striders. Yeah, I'm just going to beef in or equip a Raven Wings to them. It feels I know I'm going to sound insane for saying this, but it almost feels like Tendrils of Agony sometimes. It just feels like I top deck, I'm like, I win the game. GG's. I splashed this in almost every single archetype besides red-white. And the only one I didn't really like was black-white, but black-white is my front runner for worst archetype in the set right now, so that's probably why I didn't really like it. I've played it in green-black, green-white, and red-black. Every single time, I loved it. The only thing you need is ways to splash it, which you can usually get it in these green decks, or just get dual lands or a bunch of Shimmerdrift fails. You need snow lands, which Shimmerdrift fails, and usually the splashing happens to be snow as well when you have Glittering Frost or the dual land. The only thing that really doesn't work with it per se is Seize the Spoils, but Seize the Spoils is fine as well. Like Seize the Spoils usually draws you into your snowlands anyways, or into your Bergstriders. Now, Bergstrider being good in these archetypes might have something to do with them being on the lower end of good archetypes in this set. Green, white, green, black, and red, black is not where you want to be. Basically, any color with black in it. But you just want to be in these Tamir style decks that usually love Bergstrider anyways. But the point is that if you're playing one of these lower tier decks and you see a Bergstrider in the pack, in past you, and you have like, let's say, 1 Glittering Frost or even like one of the 1 mana 1/2 elves that tap another creature for any color, you shouldn't really consider grabbing it if there's nothing else good in the pack and trying to grab a dual land or a Shimmerdrift Fail later on to help splash it. In fact, I actually think all 3 of these archetypes need to splash in order to make them good. All my red, black, and green, black decks have been awful unless I splash for them. My green, white decks are a little bit better on average than these other 2, but I still feel like I'm better off splashing than not splashing. Of course, you have to have snowlands for this, but most of the time your splash is going to be a snowland, so a dual snowland, so that ends up working out. Speaking of snowlands, yes, you need to have some, but not that many. I'll play Bergstrider with no snowlands if I need to, but obviously that's bad, and that's only if I'm in blue. If I'm splashing blue, I'm not going to play a Bergstrider if I have no snowlands. But upside is I only never get snowlands in red, white. In fact, every other archetype I've ever played in Kaldheim, I've always gotten snowlands. Usually I average 3 to 5. There's only been one time where I've not gotten the amount of snowlands I wanted, and I just got 2 snowlands, and it still worked out fine. It was below average, but I still got there. That's only one of the 2 downsides to Bergstrider, the other being that it's a 5 mana creature. And the reality is that Kaldheim is just a draft format where the games go really long. So having a 5 mana creature that impacts the board very well, you don't really care that it's 5 mana because you're just going to get there on mana eventually anyways. The games go so long that you need something to close it out, and Bergstrider is just one of the cards that really works out. Those are really the only downsides to this card, and they're not even really downsides. You just have to keep it in mind while drafting and draft around that. So yeah, I know in this video we're just a typical red-green deck, so it's pretty easy for us to splash Bergstrider. But I've splashed the card in almost every archetype, and I've encouraged you to do the same, as long as you have the fixing for it. So next time you're stuck in a bad archetype, and boy, are these archetypes kind of bad, there's a big power discrepancy between the mirror colors and everything else. Besides red-white, but I still it's like Tamir, red-white, everything else. So yeah, the next time you're stuck in a bad archetype, and you're again below average picks, and you see a Bergstrider later in the pack, consider just picking it. It's a great card in general, and it's totally worth splashing. And honestly, if you get a late Bergstrider, you might even want to consider just ditching one of your colors to go blue anyways. The card is that powerful. Bergstrider being passed to you late in the pack is a good sign that blue is open. That's it from me. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the video. This is an interesting pack. I think if I didn't watch LSV's most recent video about the Icebreaker Kraken, where he drafted it, I would be tempted to try and take it here. But it was just so bad. It just never worked out for him, and he had the perfect snow deck for it. So I think the 2 picks here are Snow-Covered Forests, or there's like Snow-Covered Forests, Glittering Frost, Tormentor's Helm, Run Amok. I think I'm just going to snag the forest here. There's also Bounding Gold. Maybe it's the Glittering Frost over the forest, but I'm just going to take Snow-Covered Forest here. This pack is not that good. Like, these are okay to play, but I don't want to be first picking any of this garbage. Oof. Second pick Savella, yes, to go with our forest as well. This makes up for our last pack. This might as well be a rare. You never pass Savella if you can, ever. Of note, there is Ruined Crown, Giant Amulet, and Ice Tunnel, I think. And then there's Way Down, Elderfang, Tormentor's Helm, Squash, Horizon Seeker. This pack's pretty good. I think after Savella, I would take either the Squash or the Giant, followed by the Crown, followed by Ice Tunnel, and then followed by Horizon Seeker Way Down, and then Elderfang in that order, and then Kinjara's Seeker last. But this is pretty good. I bought 6 cookies from the other day and they were gross. Really? I think if you get them freshly made, they're good, but when they're kind of old, they're not that good. Okay. Here, I think it's a pretty easy Lindworm. There's nothing else really in the pack anyway besides Firewalker. I wonder if we do take... I don't think we take Firewalker here over the Lindworm. I've heard arguments that Firewalker is a lot better than like a lot of the other commons. Not like, you know, better than Behold or Pac-Man or anything like that. And I agree, but Lindworm has just always been a beating whenever I play it. It gaining 6 life is so good. Cool. Okay. And we have some other things going on here. Second Lindworm, Blizzard Brawl, and Rhymewood Falls are what I see immediately, followed by Augury Raven. These are all like kind of close to each other. I think we only have 1 snow permanent for a Blizzard Brawl, and I haven't been happy with it unless I like get there. So I think I'll just either take the Rhymewood or the Lindworm. I don't have any snow payoffs yet, so I might just take the second Lindworm. Although we do usually end up blue in these kind of decks, and I do like mana fixing, so maybe I take the Falls here. I'm just going to take the Falls here. Yeah, I think taking the Falls here is good. Oof. Okay, so we have Mirror Lake and Highland Forest. I'm just going to take the on-color duel here. It really sucks to pass up Mirror Lake, but we don't know if we're there yet. I think I'd just rather take the on-color mana fixing. We know we're playing Savella at least. After that, there's Dwarven Reinforcements and then Way Down, Cinderheart Giant, but everything in this pack is kind of mediocre. After playing with the Cinderheart Giant last pack, I'm a little higher on it than I was earlier. But you got to get there on the ramp. But you kind of can with these snow decks. Here, I guess I'll take the Mistwalker over the Veil. The Veil kind of works with Fella and Lindworm. Another Cinderheart Giant. I guess if we have Savella, Hidden Giant's not too bad either. Maybe we do take the Giant here since we should be ramping with Savella. There's a Glade Walker that doesn't work with anything. There's a Tree Line, Snakeskin Veil. We'll wheel the Veil. I think it's pretty close actually to these two. Like Mistwalker is very good. I'll take the Mistwalker here. We don't even know if we're like, oof. Well, this whatever snow deck is like. I haven't seen a snow payoffs, but good God, snow decks are open. Do I take the Slumber Mound over to Highland Forest? That's hard. Slumber Mound has been so brutal. I think we take it here. I think it actually is the correct play because we like. This is difficult. Killing their splash land and making a 4/4 is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna take it here. I'm gonna try some. I think it's close. I'm just gonna take Snow Cover Forest here. I think it's really close. I think most people would take the dual land over this, and I don't blame them. But I'm just gonna take that there. I will take a Run Amok. Yeah, we have no. We're like all snow, no snow payoff right now, but that's perfectly fine. That's kind of where you want to be with these snow decks. I will take a Run Amok here. Vault Robber is bad. My vote for worst card in the set. I guess we just take Kinseekers here. Could take a Run Amok. I mean, Way Down. But I want to Way Down over a Kinseeker. Even a Splash, maybe? But I'll just take the Speculative Kinseeker here. Take the Mammoth Growth for the... Yeah, let's take the Mammoth Growth for the sideboard. Sentinels or Recluse? I think we take the Recluse here. Yeah, let's take the Recluse. Add 1 mana of any color. I don't have a lot of early creatures, so I'll take that. I guess there's a way we end up in... oh, okay. That is not a bad pass with Svella and Lindworm. And we're gonna just splash or we're gonna be blue, green, splash red for Svella, I guess. We can just get away with splash and all run as well. This card is amazing. 5 mana, draw a card each turn at your end step, and then you can play it early to get your land drops. Second thing I'd take is probably a Shimmer Fail out of this pack, and after that, maybe Narfi. Like, it depends on if you get there. If you get there with Narfi, I think Narfi is pretty decent. But yeah, we're just gonna slam Arnold. I can't pronounce it. I'm just gonna say Arnold. Oh my god. What is this pack? Jesus. Yeah, we're just taking a second Svella here, and we're just gonna solidify in blue-red. And we're just gonna splash, green-red, and we're gonna splash for Allrund. Svella is that amazing. There's a Spirit here. We could take the Spirit. But I'm just not gonna pass up this bomb level of a card. Maybe that's wrong. The pack, god, there's so many good cards in this pack. Or just 3 of the best cards, and then there's a Frostpire. We could end up wheeling the Priest, and that kind of incentivizes me to take this too, because we wheel the Priest, we might end up playing it for this deck since we have 4 snow-covered lands right now. There's snow-covered land in that pack in the pack before. I mean, there's snow-covered land in that pack because we're only on pack 3, but it was the red-black one, and we're not just taking that over Svella. Here we'll take Skemfar. I think Skemfar is way better than... Like, I know people have it high, but this card is insane when you foretell it for 1 mana. Like, if I just play the Recluse and fight a 2/2, like, or the Mistwalker is a better example, or even Svella and then fight with Svella, because the Recluse isn't that good, actually. But fighting I meant to say like a 2/5, but a 2/5, but I realize there's no 2/5s in the set. But yeah, we're just going to take Struggle. Just fighting something for 1 mana is insane. So here we have another Run Amok, Firewalker, and Outrider. And Run Amok, Outrider, Firewalker, Skemfar, Elder Hall. Skemfar is really good, but I think I just want the Firewalker here over the Outrider. I think we're also solidifying ourselves in red-green with this pick, and I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully get past back a Giant or a Run Amok. But yeah, I'm just going to take the... Like, maybe it is the Outrider over here and try to stay open a little more, but... I'm just really happy with the Firewalker. It's performed really well, and I'm just going to take it, and then green just gets cut off immediately. Take the Raven Wings. How many creatures we have right now? We have 8. Pretty fine with Raven Wings here. Don't want to take a helmet over it. There's a Raider, but I don't really want to be playing Raider in this deck. Yeah, I'll take the Wings. A little sooner than I like picking up Wings, but Wings is pretty good. Wow. That's a late mirror. A lot of blue seems pretty open. I'll take the mirror here, I believe. No field. There's a Priest. No real snow payoff so far, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Mirror Lake here. So I knew I'd get another Raven Wings later. I'll take the Grizzled Outrider here. Let's pick 7. Probably not gonna get wheeled anything from this pack. In general, I don't really count on things wheeling that late in this one. Oh wow, Glittering Frost. That's perfect for this deck. We'll take the Glittering Frost here. More ways to splash. I know Arnold's like double blue, but technically it can also be single blue. So I'm not too worried about that. Oh, that's kind of a late ruin of flight. We just take the Hulk here, huh? There's a Priest, and we still only have 4 Snowlands. We haven't picked any up. None were really on our color. Yeah, I'll take the Hulk here. Okay, that's a late Giant, that's a late Priest, and a late Pilfering Hawk. I think I'd rather the Giant for this deck, huh? I just don't see a reason to be grabbing these Priests right now. Yeah, I'll take the Giant here. And then... There's no way we're playing Run Ashore, huh? Yeah, I'll take the... I mean, I guess we can end up there. I'll take the Run Ashore for the sideboard. Another Giant. Not what I want to be doing per se, but... Again, not the end of the world. Take the Treachery. Take the other Kinseekers? Question mark? Blue kind of seems open here. Take another Treachery. And we're just gonna slam Wake the Trolls and be happy. Wake the Trolls is amazing. Especially with this deck. We might only be making 1 for, like, just making 1 is perfectly fine. But yeah, we're just taking Waking Troll. Of note, there's a Berg Strider here, and that might actually pass to us because blue seemed open. Green seems cut off. Hopefully we get more green cards, but yeah, taking Waking the Trolls and just slamming it here. There's a Rimewood Falls and a Berg Strider. There's also a Ring. Maybe we take the Rimewood Falls here. There's a Watcher, but I only have like 1 Foretell card. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Rimewood Falls over the Ring. Maybe it is the Berg Strider. How many lands we have? 1, 2, 3, 6. So we have 19 playables right now. I only want to play 18 of these, really. 17, 16, 15 playables. All right, I guess I'm taking the Berg Strider here because I can just make a Manolith with Svella. Ice-Eye Troll is the best pick here. And we have 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 snow sources. That's pretty good for Ice-Eye Troll over the Outrider. I'm kind of happy with that. I want these Kinseekers in. Oof. I'll take Graven Lore. I will slam Graven Lore. Yeah, it's double blue. I'm gonna be greedy here. We have three ways to splash at the moment. Oh god, there's a Behold actually. Never mind. I'm just gonna take Behold over Graven Lore because I can just play this off 1 blue. And it just basically does the same thing. Sometimes it's just better than Graven Lore, actually. I mean, no, never mind. It's never better to scry 2 draw through than draw 3. But like, this is just better on mana. Yeah, we're gonna take that over the Shimmer Fail too. I'm just gonna take the second Behold over the Berg Strider, question mark? 13 creatures? Maybe we do take the Berg Strider here. No, we have a lot of late game. We should just take the other Behold. We're going to be always Beholding here. Do we just take the second Berg Strider, though? It just curves nicely into our 6-drops. I feel like LSV would take the second Berg Strider here, so I'm going to take the second Berg Strider here. That's absolutely insane. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 lands. So we're at 21 playables. Yeah, we'll take a Seize the Spoils here. Helps us with our mana. Yeah, I was gonna take the Floodplains, but we don't really need white. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Seize the Spoils here over like the Berserker or the Cavalry. Oof. What is going on right now? And there's a Fira too? I feel like someone would have splashed Fira. How are both of these archetypes open right now? This is literally like 3 archetypes, and this is 4 and can be splashed. So I just don't get it. I'm gonna take another Berg Strider over Snow Covered Island. God. Yeah, I'm just gonna play 4 and not play an Outrider. That's fine. Like, this is insane. Like, maybe I'm supposed to take the Outrider here? I got so many 3-drops, so yeah, I'm just gonna play another Berg Strider. I don't see why not. And why is there a Firewalker and a Mountain in here? This is so insane. And a Disdainful Stroke? Absolutely insane. Lenjarikins and there's a Vega still in this pack? God. We only have 2 Foretell cards, huh? Technically 3? Yeah. Take the Kinseeker here, but... Good God. That's insane. Alright, well... Thank you. Take you. Take you. Take the plow. Alright, somehow we ended up back in blue. Maybe we should have just went to blue in the beginning, but I'm pretty confident in playing all these Berg Striders. Run ashore. Or base green. I got the Mistwalker. I didn't realize we had a Recluse in our deck. I kind of don't want to play that. Maybe we play the Mistwalker over that? Okay, what happens if we take out our... Our red? Wow, I didn't realize we had almost no removal either. Well, we were never past any. So what if we take out all of our red? What happens? Or the majority of our red? Not good things. Yeah, we have to be red here. Okay. But we might play the Mistwalker as a thing. "41 cards. Only want 1 giant. Oh no, we don't want to run ashore. Maybe we play both giants? I don't think so. We have a lot of heavy stuff at the end. We actually don't have too many 3-drops. Interesting. Okay. Or 2-drops, I mean. Yeah, this deck could have done a little bit better on the Behold cards. Alright, so we'll just play 18 lands in this deck, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Snakeskin Veil is so good for this deck too. So, 6 blue, 8 red, 10 green. How many creatures? 14 creatures. Three ways to splash. 4 ways. I will play the Run Amok in this deck. Alright. Blue, blue, red, red. Alright. And then... Alright, let's do green first, because green's the most important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Okay, 10 green. Oof. Alright. 7 red, 8 red, and how much blue? It's 2 blue. Three blue. 7, 8, 9. 9 green. 3 blue, 5, 6, 7, 8 red, and 3 blue. And then we're not playing any of our blue till late game. That should be fine. 7 green, 8 green, 9 green, 5, 6, 7, 8 red. 8 red, 3 blue. 6 blue cards. Yeah. 7 blue total. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. We only have 1 double blue card. Yeah. I would like one more early game thing instead of like you know, an outrider. Maybe we take an outrider out for a Mistwalker? No. No, I don't think so. We have 23 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We need 2 drops is what we need. 4 tail cards, but this should be fine. I think I have to mulligan this deck a little bit more aggressively just to get like some action on at least turn 3. Guitar Man. Oh yeah, we'll keep this. Svella turn 3. Make a Manolith turn 4. Might actually reclose turn 3, Svella turn 4, and hold up Snakeskin Veil. If we can do that. Depends on, we'll see how our opponent deck plays out. Okay. Yeah, I think we Svella turn 3 then. Recluse turn 4, hold up Snakeskin Veil. Wow, they had no plays. No turn 2 plays from the aggro deck is really good. They are red-black. That is way better than red-white. Interesting. Okay. Okay, they have the Raise the Draugr. So I wonder if they have a second Raise the Draugr in their deck then. Maybe I'll just play the Recluse here and pass. Because I'm like not going to be making Manalist next turn. I'm just like, if I play Svella now, I'll play Recluse next turn no matter what. So yeah, let's just play the... Could play the Ice Hide Troll, but... Just play the Recluse now and pass. They can just get in another damage if they want. I'm not too worried about that. Yes, I know. Your pup will kill it. That's fine. I'm not gonna block. The next turn, we just gotta make sure we have green up. They foretelled something before attacking. Interesting. I guess they can... Okay. We just pop them for 4, right? Yeah, I'm doing that. I don't know why. I feel like they should have just bluffed the attack there. Interesting. And this is why you wait. That's such a blowout. Now Run Amok can't even get past Fella. Mountain, huh? Maybe forest? Yeah, forest. That was such a good play there. Alright. So we make a nice manipulator. Is 2 to equip? If they want to double block, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Want double block? Sure. Now... No, I want to play this when I have mana to hold it up and protect it. So yeah, we'll wings and pass. Maybe I should have played around them. No, the Stronger Recruit. Okay, the other one. I don't remember what the other one's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about when they return 2 creatures. Six, 7. We're just gonna get the demon back and then play the demon. So we play this. We play Eyesight Troll here and pass, huh? Yeah, and I can activate Svella and then give it indestructible. Yeah. I guess I should be trying to play around Shadow, because that's what this could be, actually. But it doesn't really feel like they're trying to play Shadow here. They should not boast right now. They did that wrong. They should have waited till we had blocked. Now I know they don't have a removal spell. Or any way to get that back. So 7-8. You can just swing with Svella, and I'm fine with that. I could just make another Manolith 2 and play our 5-drop. But I think I'd rather get value out of Svella right now. Yeah, it just makes more sense. It's unfortunate I didn't hit a land, but that's fine. Like, we just get to play a creature for free. And any 5. Sure. So, get their other bomb rare. I guess we're hoping for, like, Wake the Trolls or something like that. 6. 7 land. We have 2 4/4s. I can just have Squash, huh? Artist Vicious Return actually doesn't really do anything, huh? Yeah, they can have Carter's Vicious Return, that's fine. That's not gonna get rid of Svella. Yeah, just a Lindworm. God. Oof. Oh, I just stack with everything, huh? Yeah. Yeah. They know what's up. They know it's a run amok. They just concede. Nothing for one black mana, like one like frostbite for red mana, kill our Svella. No, it wouldn't because they didn't have any snow permanents. Didn't even draw. We have 4 of the giants, and we didn't even draw any of those. Svella's so insane. Okay, we'll definitely keep this. Turn 3, Svella. Probably turn 2 Behold and just turn 3 cast Behold, honestly. Turn 4 Svella. I'm really liking the Snakeskin Veil Svella combo. And we can hold it up too. And turn 5 Berg Strider. Berg ES. It's fine. Yeah. I might not have removed. No, we'll just slow play the Svella Behold here. In Highland Forest, turn 3. What 4-drop deck can they play here? That's really bad. Berg Strider's pretty bad too. Okay. And a lot more people playing Recluse now. I don't want to fight that. Turn 4 Svella, turn 5. Maybe Berg Strider. White, okay. What's their splash? It's a lot of damage. Sure. I don't want either of those, huh? Yeah. Okay. Gemfar is good. So what are they gonna do? Try to fight? We get our 1/1 counter. I just don't know what they could have that'd be bad here. Like the 1+1/+3? I guess that would be bad, but I don't think their deck would run that. I guess we don't. We can just take 4 more. This doesn't seem like they have anything. It seems like they'd attack here. This wouldn't... I'm like scared of them having like that one combat trick. Sure. I'll tap this down. Yeah. Back to... I guess I can attack with that. We'll trade off. They want to spend 2 mana there. That seems fine. So if they use a combat trick on this, same thing as this, basically. Yeah. I feel like they have that combat trick. Or they have Frostbite. Oh, they do have Sculptor of Winter, so that can untap anything, yeah. So maybe they don't have anything in hand. I should have waited till blocks. We have to do this? Okay. So no combat trick. No plays either. Okay, now 4 mana. And we can hold up Snakeskin Veil. This is good. This is good. Next turn we can play Struggle and hold up Snakeskin Veil if we don't use it. This is good. And like we have enough mana right now just to activate Sfella. Oh yeah. We're sitting pretty good right now. They drew a land. Giant Ox, okay. That's not gonna do it. Do we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 up. I feel like we play Troll Behold. Troll Foretell. Hold up Snakeskin. Seven. 3. +1. We have 3 + 1 is 5. No, we can't do all of that at the same time then, because 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to struggle right now, and then we can spell it. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. We want these two to fight, huh? No, they might have the thing. Well, if they do have the thing, we can just Snakeskin Veil it. Yeah, these two will fight. And like, they might have a thing that deals 3 damage. But that's fine if they do. Or Demon Bolt. And we can just Snakeskin Veil it. Alright. No attacks, and we'll just pass. Now we can activate Sfella and then use Snakeskin Veil. An 8. Have a mana, and then now next turn we can have 9 mana. Activate Sfella and hold up Snakeskin Veil again. Snakeskin Veil's doing work. It's kind of like, I wouldn't play this in creatures like... I'm now going to always play Snakeskin Veil in a Sfella deck. Hands down. Only thing that punishes me here is Demon Bolt, and I think it's just... we just go for it. I don't think my opponent has anything in hand. I think they just have another land. Lindworm's good. 4, 8, 12. Block. 4, 5, 6, go to 2. We should just play Lindworm here and make another Manolith eventually. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should just do that. I want to tap Sfella now, so if they draw a removal spell, I don't have to worry about it getting hit. I'm just going to play a Lindworm now. And I'll hold up the Snakeskin Veil. Because if they have the pump spell, I'm like pretty close to... I'd rather do this now. This makes me feel better about my life total. I can still hold up Snakeskin Veil. Don't have to worry about Sfella getting Demon Bolted. Like, I feel like just activating here is too greedy. We could get in for damage here. Yeah, they want to triple block this, that's fine. I'm just worried about them. I know they don't have it in hand. They would have foretelled it by now, unless they're really smart. I feel like kind of the meta, like a good way to get around good percentage points is figuring out when you don't need to foretell. And I don't know, maybe I'm getting too like trying to outsmart other people. Would try saying, oh, my opponent shouldn't foretell or maybe won't foretell the spell that pumps all their creatures. The +2/+1, but like sometimes I'm just like, oh, they don't have that spell because they didn't foretell it, and like if they have it, I would just get blown out. Okay. Okay, that's good. I just don't see a reason to activate Stella. Alright, we're just going to attack with 2 of the 6/6s, huh? I think they should have... They're going to do this, they probably should... Like, maybe they have a Doomscar? And I should play around that? 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 + 1 is 8. Yeah. Playing this into Doomscar would really suck. Okay, I'll just pass here. Because I can just activate Svella. Now 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Block here. 3, 6, 7, 8. Get a perm or maybe fight something also. Another land, okay. Yeet. Buy me something, fella. Oof. That's like... Oh, it's only top 4. Okay, I always thought it was top 5 for some reason. Just play the Cinderheart Giant. What is actually... Trample's better here, yeah. That's such a beating. Jesus. And a Mirror Lake to copy. That's so brutal. We're not going to cast anything from our hand. We're just going to play the land, pass. They know this has trample, right? I want them to know this doesn't have trample. No, opponent. Yeah. I just realized it. I wasn't trying to BM them, I was trying to let them know before they went to blocks. Because they were just gonna guaranteed lose there. It's not like one of those, I was an over, like, our opponent doesn't deserve to make that misplay. If I was in a real game, and there weren't like a lot of stakes at hand, maybe it was just a local draft, I'd probably tell them, hey, you can't, that's trample, you're gonna lose if you do that. Not at a real tournament. Like maybe just a local FNM. Like at a local FNM, I would be like, hey, don't do that, you're gonna lose. Because that's just like, that's like, they just didn't read the card. Like it's not like, it's not some 200 IQ thing. They just didn't read the card, and I don't think they should be punished that hard for that. You kill my first one, well, I'll just cast my second one. This is gonna be good. Okay. Oof, yes, perfect. Please play more crappy black cards. Please, opponent. So it's funny because like in black they can't do anything either unless they attack with this, and I block and they weigh down. All right. They get a swamp. Okay, they get the mentor back. Now at this point I'm wondering, why do they have an elf deck? And the two biggest elf payoffs are that 2-mana 2/2 that whenever you cast an elf you get a 1/1, and then Tyvar. And I'm actually not really worried about either one of those. Also, there's the one that gives that all creatures -3/-3 unless except for like creature type you control, so you choose elf. And then there's like Return Upon the Tide, which gets all creatures of a chosen type back, but I'm not really worried about those. I'm just gonna make a Manolith and then next turn play a Berg Strider or a Worm. If they have a Feed the Serpent, that's fine too. If they play this Elder Leaf Mentor, I'm even more happy. We'll make a mana. So if I was in paper right now, I would be tempted to play the Berg Strider and lead up a green just to represent the whatever it's called, you know, give a creature hexproof, but I'm just gonna... I just play the Worm here, right? Yeah, I just play the Worm here. Like, I was thinking more so like, what am I gonna do next turn? But I'll just play the Giant next turn. Or I'll play Berg Strider and run amok if I draw a land. I kind of don't care if they kill Svella at this point. I was also thinking of a way to like get a mana from Svella, but there's no way for me to do that. And I'd just be really dumb. Just play my 6-drop. They feed the Serpent here, that's okay. Now I'm trying to think of pump spells, and there's like none in green or black. Which is like another reason why this archetype is kind of bad. Like, if they play a Broken Wings, that's fine. But like, they have all these random creatures that don't really matter. Do I even attack with the 6/6 here? They can double block, and that's fine. I guess I should have tapped down one of them first. I'm just fine with holding our life total right now. Yeah. I'm just gonna tap down to so I should have tapped down their 3/2 and then attacked. Sure. And just 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, I can do this instant speed too. 6. I get rid of second Svella. I guess I get rid of second Svella, huh? Yeah. I just have so much stuff in hand, dude. I mean, I do have a lot of beaters in my deck and playing Svella and activating it, so if they kill Svella... 7 mana on next turn. They don't have a removal for Svella. Yeah, let's do that. They don't have a removal for Svella. They would already have cast it if they had it. Sure. We're just gonna pass. I'm not really looking to... I think like we could probably attack with the 6/6 and we'd be fine, but sure. Like, I just don't want to start trading creatures off yet. I'm so far ahead right now. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Waking the trolls. Give me my land back. Is it tapped? Oh no, it's untapped. Okay, I did not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll hold the land in hand in case they like play a discard spell. And trade off the 2, 3 twos for that. Seems fine. I don't see a reason to attack right now. I'm just so far ahead. One of the ways they can win is them just start trading off their bad creatures. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. They foretelled something. Ah, they have the card that brings everything, all creature types back from the graveyard. Okay. I see. That's what. Yeah. I don't think we care about drawing, huh? Oh, we can cast Behold. I just want to put more stuff on the battlefield. You know, let's just put the 4-2 on the battlefield. Alright, we get a 4-4. Okay. I guess we're trying to hit Broken Wings. That seems like what we're trying to do right now. Yeah, seems like we're trying to hit Broken Wings at the moment. We've dug through our deck twice already, so the next hit should be really close. 4-8. Yeah, that is what they have. Just let them hit. Sure, I'll block. I don't think them... Oh, okay. Well, good thing I didn't block with the 4-4. Oh, no, I should have, yeah, I should have cast Fella here. Oh, we milled stuff too. Oh, yeah, I misplayed that bad. I should have, hit this before they milled me. Yeah. Broken Wings is good. Okay. And 11. Yeah. And we're just gonna put this on the giant and start beating in. Again, I'm trying... Oh, they got rid of their foretell card. Okay, so they don't have that. I think I can just attack with this, huh? No, we can wait, huh? Yeah, we can wait. Yeah, we'll wait one more turn and then we'll start beating in. No attacks. In the turn, and then we'll choose, I think, creatures, huh? Hey! Gotta land on the bottom. That's a good creature. Like, I think we could have been more aggressive, but I think, like, yeah, our opponent's dead. They know it. Like, I think this was fine. It didn't seem like their deck was good. The only thing, like, Blood on the Snow is this thing, and we were playing around that fine. And they didn't seem like a Blood on the Snow deck anyways, but how they were playing. So yeah, 3 wins so far. It's always nice to get 3 wins and know you get like at least half your value back. 5 wins is where you want to be, because then like you're only spending 400 gems. And I'm like pretty happy with that. I guess I should have ended the recording there, but yeah, I'll just cut it out later. Yeah, we'll keep this. Yeah, we'll keep this. Foretell turn 2, turn 3 Firewalker, maybe turn 4 Fight. Oof, or even turn 4 Run Amok, yeah. Definitely want to hit 2 lands at this point. Yeah, we hit 1 land. We like to hit a blue land here. Almost Faithful, okay. Unfortunate. I wonder if maybe we play Firewalker. No. We just do this and pass. If they have Feed the Serpent, they can more than welcome to Feed the Serpent that. Them having Frostbite would be bad. Like, we're gonna, like, if they kill it now, sure. I am perfectly fine with that. Decline. Of course it's a Berg Strider. Okay. You can just seize the spoil here, but I think that's kind of weak. Really unfortunate we hit Berg Strider there. There were a lot of hits we could have got. Next turn we're at 5. Let's seize the spoils here, discard the Highland, draw, and then next turn we'll have 4 and a treasure. Yeah, if we draw a land, we'll have 6, so we can play a Berg Strider and fight, or an Outrider and fight. I do like that. Alright. Could just discard the Run Amok. Yeah, I like that, actually. Drawing 2 lands is kind of bad, though. Nah, it'll be fine. Alright. And then here we'll just Berg Strider next turn if we need to. It's gonna... Maybe not. No, we don't need a Berg Strider next turn. We can just Outrider if we need to. They beheld. They missed their land drop? Okay. I'll take 1 more hit off this. That's fine. Okay. Oh, we already committed to this. Wow. They gained that much life. We might sacrifice this turn. Oh no, that does draw us another card. No, we shouldn't. Could blow up 1 of our land. Oh no, we need 7 mana for this. Okay, we'll get there eventually. Dogger Pursuit? Okay. Go 10. Decline. Yeah. That was good. Ice High Troll is good. I think we sack Firewalker next turn. Five. Yeah, we just do it like this. And then now we'll sack it next turn. Because being a 9, we just don't care. And no lands. Sure. Decline. Really not gonna... Oh my god, I wanted to accept it. Crap. Okay, now we might have an issue. That might be a problem. 5, decline. 6. Oh, we could just slumber mount something right now, make a 4/4. That is pretty brutal. Also just play the giant. So 6, 7, 8, they go to 18. Next turn 6, 7, 8 plus 7. And 4. Oh, I guess we don't have double green. Yeah, we don't have double green. Okay, well, we misplayed super hard there. We need to take action here. I guess, like, that wasn't the worst because we're only going to be 1 turn off. Sure. Okay, that puts us on a 2 turn. Yes, take action here. Okay. Oh, we can't cast that. Oh yeah, we can cast it next turn. Okay, so what do we do here? 13. Not playing at Highland 4 is pretty punishing. This might be... We might be dead here. There's like 4 misplays in a row. Okay. Just attack with everything, huh? 8, 7... That's fine. Yeah, so that doesn't trigger. Yeah, so we can do that. Yeah, we'd be in trouble right now if we didn't draw a Lindworm. I mean, I guess we could have, like, played the Glittering Frost. Played the Glittering Frost. Could also try to blow up their land. Yeah, we, like, just... Why? Why do people play these bad? No one should play this. The only reason this opponent got close is because I misplayed so hard. Do not do this in the future. Do not play the triple Jogged Pursuit deck. Good God. If I had just realized I didn't have double green, which shame on me, but if I just realized I didn't have double green, that game would never have been as close as it was. I just have no idea what was in their hand either. All we saw were black cards. They must have been splashing. Yeah, we'll keep this. Not the best hand, but like, we have Craven Hulk. Alright, we have 4 mana now. This deck's biggest weakness is that it has no turn 2 plays. Foretell something, yep. It's probably a pack mate. Turn 3, maybe turn 5. Alright, that's gonna be, oh, okay. Alright, hopefully this is a long game. So hopefully they don't have removal here. At least it forces them to activate their Svella. Or just like they can't activate their Svella for a turn. Oof. Alright, that's nice. I think we just slammed the 4/4, huh? This might be a value game. If it's a value game, we'd want to activate Svella's Icy Manolith. I think we, yeah, maybe we just wait. 3, and then we can play Berg. Yeah, it just seems like better to play Berg Strider on 5. No attacks. We have some big stuff in our hand too. I just want to get a land out of Svella. That seems better than playing the 4/4. And we have like Slumber Mound too that we can get there with Svella. Okay, so they're at 5 mana now. At 5 mana we can, okay, they're doing that now. I think they have a Glittering Frost then. Which is weird, why didn't, oh, they have Troll, okay. That is gonna be a problem eventually. 6, okay. 6 mana. Play Firewalker, hold up Manolith. Okay, that is a thing. You could also play Manolith now, have 4 mana, and then play Hulk. Seems slightly better. I don't think I want to be activating the Firewalker here. Yeah. Might actually pitch to Firewalker to seize the spoils. Because if they don't attack with this Ice-Hide Troll, then like, I'm totally fine with that. My 4/4 can just sit here forever. Don't. They shouldn't have. Okay. We're not even at blocks yet. Oh yeah, it can't block alone, never mind. It can't block. But that's weird. Now I draw a removal spell, like... Okay. Am I gonna fight here? Okay. That makes sense, but... What if I draw something here? Oh. Wow, that was brutal. Okay. I guess I didn't play around double fight spells. I just don't think they playtest this set. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ almighty. Just stuff like that, man. And we can seize the spoils or Firewalker away. They did not playtest Ice-Hide Troll in draft. They really did not. Yeah. Oh, Behold is good. Too bad we can't play Struggle right now. Lindworm. Yeah, let's just Lindworm here. An 8. 8 mana next turn. 8 mana next turn says 7. Yeah, let's just autopay here. They did not. There's so many. This is like top 5 bad card. I love this set, but they just... I don't love this set. I like this set, but they could have... They didn't playtest anything here. Volver, like, this is another example. This card's so bad. Like, you can just never remove it now unless you have Feed the Serpent. I guess I can tap it down. Also activate this on the Snowland. Kind of down for that. And then we can Foretell Struggle. I'm kind of down for that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Foretell Struggle. I need to stop on my opponent's upkeep. Yeah. So now this makes it to where if they don't draw a land here, they can't activate Svella. This is so dumb. So now if I draw my Eyesight Troll, which we're getting pretty close to where that might happen. We're getting to there where like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're into that point where like if I draw out my Eyesight Troll, we might be playing who decks themselves first. I do think my deck lasts a little bit more long game because of the Behold in my hand and also the fact that I have Arnrod, whatever you call him, in my deck. And another Svella in my deck? Yeah, I have another Svella. I can Vault Robber here. I can't believe you have to spend 1 mana and tap this. Sure. Oh, they can't activate Svella now. Okay. So we should just fight, question mark? Yeah, we should just fight Svella. Yep. Alright, so we're pretty okay. That was 1. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. We just play the Giant and pass, and now if it could be Hold, and then play Recluse. No board wipe. Just play this and pass. I'm not attacking with the Lindworm because I can just double block and I can only kill this. It's not worth it. I can't believe this says any creature. Oh no, they didn't realize it. They should have exiled my Svella because I might have a Raise the Draugr in my deck. Well, they never have to worry about casting their spells now, but it seems like they've had pretty weak draws. They got no value out of Svella, that's good. They've only 1-for-1 so far. We traded a land for a 4/4. Like, we're pretty even on resources at this point. Technically, we're 1 resource ahead. I don't get how, though. Oh, yeah, land. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so we're 1 resource ahead of them, technically. Okay. We just play that. Have 3 mana up for the Recluse? Yeah. That seems good. We swing at everything, huh? Yeah. So if they don't want if they try to trade with the giant, they have to give the Eyesight Troll indestructible first. Otherwise they risk the chance of the giant going off. If I was my opponent, I'd heavily consider double blocking the 6/6 here. I think they know they're not gonna win. That's not gonna work out. Oh, that is not gonna work out unless oh, please don't tell me they see it. Oh, no, never mind. The giant doesn't die. That makes me super suspect of a board wipe. I don't think they knew that had I'm just not gonna play the Recluse here. I don't think they knew that it had trample, but that made me super suspect of a board wipe. They also could have what are they doing? Oh, yeah, board wipe. Here it comes. No board wipe? Are they oh, they're fighting something. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Well, now if we draw a fight spell, that thing's dead. Sure. Do we try to draw here into... I don't know what else we could have to remove this. We top this down next turn. They're gonna gain so much life. 5? Yeah, let's just... Mirror Lake is pretty good. And we can just tap down that troll forever. So we swing for 4. Next turn we swing for 8. And we copy it. And they gain 4, 5 life. They gain a lot more life. I do want to hit my land drops here. Outrider's nice. We might, actually we should probably wait on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can swing for 11. Yeah, we should wait on the Berg Strider then, huh? We can just tap it down next turn? Yeah. Again, this is really dumb. This is dumb game design. This should not be a thing. I shouldn't have one Eyesight Troll literally kill 4 of my cards. Okay. That's pretty decent. Okay. Aggie Mob. World Tree. Okay. Now they're gonna gain like a ton of life. Yeah. I think they can still play their land too if they need to, but they don't have to. They're probably holding in hand. That treasure's not gonna matter. Okay, so Haggy Mob. Oh, thank God. Alright, we should win at this point. Like, so if we trade all, so if we tap this down, we go for 3. Now we can just hold this up forever, yeah. I mean, like, they're gonna have Horn here. We can make a copy of Troll. We have 18 cards, they have 20 cards, so we might be decking here. No, I don't want to become Twitch famous. I'll ban you in a second. Just tap this down. And just play Recluse, but I think we just use our mana most efficiently right now. Yeah, you can ban him, Chris. You're good. Banned. So they gain like 14 life, which is dumb. That's fine. So now we're like, they can like activate World Tree ability too. They're favored here, but like drawing the Eyesight Troll was like the best thing we could have hoped for right now. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to do this. Jesus Christ. This is so dumb. Alright. We do. And we'll have... Yeah. Yeah, and then we can pump Eyesight Troll twice. This is the dumbest garbage in the world. This should not have been giving it indestructible. Maybe hexproof, like hexproof? Oh yeah, I guess we played into that one. That's fine. Whatever. Unfortunate. They were gonna activate that in a turn anyways, I guess. Yeah, this is definitely top 5 worst design cards in this set. Okay. That's nice. We don't care about those cards. So, what is this? 6 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave up 2 snow permanents in this. That's pretty nice. Yeah, we have to copy our troll to block their troll, and we're just going to keep getting in damage. Only thing that really wins them the game here is Krasis. Wing's doing work here. Sure. It's kind of weird. Are they thinking long term here? Guess they can just get in a bunch of damage. Which one? Sure. Sure. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about how bad this card is when you have Run Amok in your deck. 14 worth 17. This could get to decking. Sure. Alright. Oh yeah, we wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't draw the island. Yeah. Guess that makes sense. We have 2 blockers, 1, 2. Block that. In for 10, so 6, they go to 10. We go to 10. 6? 10, 6, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm just beating it over the head with this. Please stop. I hate when my opponent touches my crap because then I can't see. Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out, make sure our snowland still stayed up. All right. Oh, this gets a counter. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yep. Garderland to play 2 cards. Oof, those are good. Oh, yeah. So they can tap down one of our trolls here. They can do 3 damage as well to one of them. Ooh, that's not good, actually. That was like the perfect hits they could get. So they can tap down both of our trolls, technically. Oh, no. They can't tap down the 2. They can't hit the 2/3 because they, okay. So I guess they're gonna do that. So we give them an instructable and then they hit it. So we can only block with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 6. Make 6 damage. Go to 8. I think that's fine. 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We go to 6. I think this is fine. This is weird. I think they should just bolt it now, or bolt the Berg Strider. And yeah, bolt the Berg Strider here, yeah. Oh, they should definitely pump their regular troll. Okay, sure. Alright. Now we're going to be playing defensively. Here, block here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deal 2 to my face. Not gonna do it. That is not gonna do it. Yeah, our opponent's basically guaranteed the game here. Oof. Opponent had a good deck. Arnie slays the 4 fight spells with 1 troll, and they got it out pretty early too. This is, again, a good, I know I keep saying this, a good example of why this card was very badly designed. They don't even look like a snow deck. Like, they have nothing else for snow. Nothing at all besides Blizzard Brawl. And I guess the Yeti, I wouldn't even count it. Like, it's Svella. You don't even need Svella in a snow deck to make it good. Like, this shouldn't have got indestructible. Yeah, that's game. We'll just concede. Alright, not like a bad game to lose. Like, our opponent's deck was... Our opponent just got there. First loss of the draft, we'll go on to the next game. It's like the troll should just got like plus 2-0 in hexproof. It's so weird because most of the time the trolls do get hexproof. Maybe they saw that hexproof wasn't enough, but maybe it would have been like... I don't know. They could have made it a 3-mana 2/4 and make it like 2 snow and 1 colorless. That would probably would have been too much as well. Yeah, we'll keep this. We're going first, so we can turn 2 Behold, turn 3 Siege, turn 4 Craven Hulk. Yeah, this is fine. A little slow of a hand. Yeah, that horn was the final nail in the coffin. Arnold is good. I think I might just guard the Craven Hulk if we don't get there. I'll run. Oh, okay, we got there. We just Behold instead of Seize, huh? I mean, I guess I'd rather just play Ramp out into Berg Strider. Discarding a snow permanent, but the only thing I cares about is Berg Strider, huh? Yeah. We could just hold up Behold. I think holding up Behold might be better, huh? They had a pretty slow start, but just tapping down something with Berg Strider is pretty good. So what do we do here? If we seize, we discard a land and we don't draw another land. We just play a Craven Hulk. That doesn't seem too good. Yeah, let's just hold. We're not going to play the Raven as a 2/3. It makes no sense here. It's just a negative tempo play. Oh yeah, this is the exact kind of deck I want to fight. Another Berg Strider would be nice. So what do we do here? We hit the 4th land and we play Hulk. We just tap down everything for days. I kind of do want to guarantee a land drop though. Yeah. This should be fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Alright. We can't cast all around, but that is fine, because we're just going to tempo out our opponent like crazy. We're going to attack with 1 Hulk, and then we're going to attack with 2 Hulks, and then we're going to play Seize the Spoils, discard something to get a treasure, and if we just draw our land, play all run. This is good. This is a good hand. This is exactly where we want to be on turn 4 and 5. I'm a little less impressed with... Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, opponent. Okay, so they're splashing blue probably. Or Behold, most likely. What blue mythics are there? There's Allrund, Cyclone Summoner. Cyclone Summoner is the one I'm most scared of, but that's like really it. And next turn we get to tap down the other Grim Draugr. Oh man, this is so brutal. Holy crap. This is so brutal. Whatever they play, like, we're just tapping down. Oh, okay, I was right there, splashing blue for Behold. That tells me they didn't have a land in hand, so they have all spells right now. Okay. Good thing we're just tempoing them out right now. We have 6 mana. Next turn we'll have 7. 7 minus 3 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So we can play Allrun. We just gotta make sure it doesn't tap down our island for us. If they like Skull Raid us here, we'll just discard the mountains and it's like totally fine too. Like, if they're Skull Raiding us on this turn, I'm pretty happy. Packmate, okay. They're drawing a card. I can double block something. Do we siege the spoils before? Yeah, we do. Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yep, they know it. GG, opponent. That was brutal. Okay, we're back for our next game, and I did not realize it. This feels like a mulligan. Yeah, has to be, unfortunately. And this one will keep. Yeah, this is a keep, and I think we just put the Raven Wings back, because I want to hit all my land drops, yeah. Recluse is good. That is a good draw. They're white. That is concerning. This is definitely a deck where I will get... This is definitely a hand that'll get me out aggroed. Okay. That's confusing. Do we struggle? And then... I don't even know if we have any 2-drops in this deck. I don't remember now. We don't have any 2 blue drops, that's for sure. I feel like we want to fight that eventually, so... Yeah. They foretell here, that's negative tempo for them. Sure. I'll block if they attack. Hopefully they foretell twice here and just don't attack. That'd be the best case scenario. Or they play their foretell card that costs 2 mana. Black-white, huh? Okay. We can still fight it. I hope they foretell at the end of turn. I need you to foretell. Okay, creature types, create a 2/2, we don't care about that. Alright, this is perfect, huh? Yeah, we just 2-for-1 them. running for 5. Foretell and pass. Yeah. All right. Maybe we should have played the island instead of the mountain. Because for Linjara Mirror Lake, in case they discarded us, that was a misplay. But not that big of a misplay. They foretelled. Makes it 2/2, huh? Yeah. Attack. In there for an amount of mana. I guess we just play a Berg Strider here and tap down their Nexus. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Just add to the battlefield. Like, if they're making a 2/2, I'm not too worried about that. Oh, don't make the creature. Okay, good. Let's say, please don't make the creature right now. Alright. Skull rate's nice. Probably should have played around that. That's fine, we got multiverse. I just have something to consider, because then, like... I don't know, I would have just discarded both of these. They put a Valor on this? Interesting. Copy this, tap that down. Plan for 9 and I go to 1. Right? Yeah. Tap this down. Or do we tap the bird down? Yeah, no, we tap this down. I go to 1. Yep. 6! 6 and 2. 6 and 1. We did it. Alright, one more win and we're gonna finally 7. See if we can finally get the Magic 7-0. We've been so close so many times. So close to, well, 7 and 1, I guess, but like my win rate is high in this format. It's just we never got 7 before. So let's hope we can get it. I gotta say, I have not regretted playing this many Berg Striders. Okay, this hand's kind of awkward, but I think we keep it. We just draw a land and we're good. One on tap land and we're good. If we draw a green source, we can play Ice High Troll. This hand can get us there. We just need to draw a land. Yeah, I think we keep it. I think we have to. They mulliganed. Okay, that's a good sign. This hand just has such high upside. Yeah, I'll play the blue source first. So we have 2 turns to draw a land, or 1 turn to drop it. Draw an untapped land. Not there. Okay. Blue-white. Okay. Alright. Ice Side Troll. Svella. I feel like the way to win in here is to hold up to keep Svella, huh? This trades with something, but that's like fine. They have a combat trick. This also blocks their flyers for later on. Alright, we'll Ice High Troll here. I don't think this game is going to go so long to where I'm going to be able to activate its ability. I do think Svella making icy manipulators will come into play though, eventually. That's more likely than this activating. Ah, okay. We got a game. Yeah, we drew our land too. Interesting. I don't want to play this with removal on the removal. Could foretell this. I think we just cast this and foretell and pass because they seem like they want to go long. That makes sense. Okay, we'll do that. We want to hit our land drops. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this sucks that they got the 2 life here. Sure. Yeah, and they gain 2 life back from this. That's fine. Pilfering Hawk. They foretold something instant speed. Okay. Alright, no snowlands for Berg Strider of note. What do we want to fight? Probably this thing, huh? I think so. I think we do want to fight the lifelinker. Yeah. We'll just hold up Snakeskin Veil. I don't think we have a... Sure. Opponent's got a good start. Did they gain 2 life? Jesus Christ! Yeah, we're getting beat down. Alright. We cannot Bergstrider still. We can get in for 3. Play Recluse. Ooh, Recluse will box something for free. That is nice. Maybe the play isn't to get in with Svella. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll go to 23. I have a lot of cards. Yeah, maybe we just make... I think an Icy Manolith is just worth more than trying to get them down right now. Yeah, that makes sense. What is in the turn? Sure. Yeah, we can't beat the amount of cards they're drawing right now. Jesus Christ. Then they're gonna get it to be able to get their bomb. Yeah. This is a crazy good opening from our opponent. Cosmos of Elixir is just too good. So if I was them, they should just attack with both of them. Yeah, just trade off the Pilfering Hawk. It just does not matter right now. And then, like, we can still win this, actually. They do have 5 cards in hand. There shouldn't be a way for white or blue to deal 1 damage. Shoot, I didn't think... I probably should tap this down. Sure. That might be the thing. Okay. Alright, perfect. Alright, they don't have the thing that deals 5 damage to a tap creature. Berg Strider's nice. Okay, maybe just tap down their 3/2 and beat in, huh? Yeah. Beat in for... well, they can just block. I guess we tap down their 2/1. Yeah. Tap down their 2/1, swing in for with the 4/2. That makes sense. If they want to trade off their 3/2 with our 4/4, that's fine. Huh. We could do that. I don't think an extra card's gonna matter at this point. If they want to trade off, they can. Sure. I guess they'll trade off. Interesting. I guess we just tap Spell now to make the Snakeskin Veil. Yeah. That's their only ground creature. That's so weird. They're running that card. That's kind of weird. Sure. 20 cards versus 24. 19, 18, 17? Jesus. Yeah, so I guess they're gonna beat us in the air. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay. Wings does do stuff. And 7, 8. Block. Tap you down. Ooh, equip. I could have another one of those combat tricks. Yeah, we'll just do this. We're dead, basically. Our opponent has drawn way too many cards. So funny, because this card has just been so underwhelming, but with this card, it's just ridiculously good. Yep, we're dead. GG's opponent! No board wipe from us. They were playing around. That was really smart of them to play around the board wipe. Alright. We're 6 and 2. Let's see if we can get 7 and 2. Yeah, if you can get the Elixir Cosmos activated, it is ridiculously good. Oof. We can't keep this, unfortunately. Opponent mulliganed. I think we got mulligan too. Drawing a land against Vel out is just a nuts, but yeah. Yeah, we'll keep this. I don't even know what's a mulligan here. God, this is bad. We really gotta hope we draw some good stuff here. Keep 6. What are we more likely to hit? Double green or blue? I think actually double green. Yeah. We should just plan to curve out. Oh, this is a bad hand. We need the green source. Please give me the green source. Please give me the green source deck. I beg you. I beg you. Why does it take full control off? Just leave it on. Or did they miss their man? I hate it when opponents do this. Just play your fucking land, man. Jesus Christ. Just play your cards and let's go. Let's go. Chop, chop, chop. See, now they played their land first. That's so weird. Ooh, baby. Disdainful Stroke gets this. Dog Coming gets this. Let's just use our mana most efficiently and hope they have a Disdainful Stroke here. Alright. Like a fight spell doesn't really deal with this. Hopefully we draw a green next turn and we can just Svella. I really thought they had a Disdainful Stroke or saw it coming here. I don't know what this... I guess those are off-color cards. They play another green. What the hell could it be? Could be all runs. Take the extra turn after this one card. No Berg Strider. They have something. Planes fell into this, feels really bad. I don't think we should play into this. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the turn here. It feels like they have something. It feels like they're holding something up here. Like, yeah, they probably would have killed the Hulk, but... Ruined Crown, okay. Sure. They're gonna give it flying, no trample. Now it has +2/+2. So now I can just play Lindworm if I want to, if I draw a land, or I can just Berg Strider if I draw a mountain and hold up Snakeskin. Okay. We're winning the race here. I feel like we just play Lindworm here. They remove it, because we're just going to gain 4 life. I can fight this. Maybe, oh, it's probably a fight card is what it is. Okay. Yeah, one of these. I think they're both fight cards, actually. So we should play, so... 4, 5, 5, 6. We can counter one of it and it'll be a 5/5, but then they'll just like 4/5, 5/6. Savella, make it a 3/5. So Savella will die. So they're gonna take the Hulk and we're just gonna have to accept it here. Or maybe they I think they might have a Snakeskin Veil of their own as well. But yeah, we just have to do this here. So yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they're gonna fight the worm. Okay, so they had a Mammoth Growth. Mammoth Growth, okay. Did I deal 8 to us? Yeah. Can't really play around that. Now this is a 4/5. Sure. Okay, now we have the blue mana. We can Savella and we can block here and Snakeskin Veil, huh? What happens if we attack for... Oh, we should just get in, huh? We have 5/6. So what happens? So they attack, we block, they do some combat trick, we Snakeskin Veil. We can swing it for 4, they go to 8. 7. Okay, we can't really... We gotta slow this down, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta slow this down. This card's so dumb. I think too, like, they didn't play test this card. Or they just... I don't care that that card's strong, but it's just that all the other cards are so weaker. So... I got another Mirror Lake as well, is the thing. That was such a good play. Ooh, yes. All right. I think they might have shown a Mirror Lake there. Okay. No, they have another play. All right. Are we Bergy here? Bergy, tap that down. This becomes a 4/3. I wish this just said what. So this is a 5/4. Okay, so we can trade off with the. That doesn't untap now. We can make a copy next turn. All right, now we got past the turn and hope nothing bad happens. So they can make a copy, but we can make a copy as well. They equip that. I don't think they can make a copy. 3, 4, 5. They can make a copy. I will 100% trade here. I do get trample, so that's a 9/8, and it'll do 5 damage to us. They have another one of these. I think they will run more Mammoth Growths because they have this ruin. I can't imagine them equipping here. If they're thinking this far, okay, yeah, they got a fight spell, I guess. But why are they taking so long to think about this? Yeah. 6/5. That's fine. If it's we can tap it down and we just have lethal, huh? Yeah, we just win. Perfect. Right? 2 green, 1 blue. 7-2, baby. Let's go. All right, we played that really smart. I am very happy with how I played that. Very happy indeed. Very happy. All right. First, so many 6s, but finally got the 7 and 2 and only 200 more gems. Magic. It's like so funny because the payout for, what's the payout for traditional? It's like, I don't even think 1,000 more. Oh wait, it's 1,500. That's right. 1,500. So yeah, you do get more of a payout. Okay. Let's review the deck. I don't think I would have made any changes to this. It was really good. Snakeskinville overperformed with Svella's Arnold. Like we played all run once. It's so funny. We only played our mythic once. Waking the Trolls was great. Cinderheart Giant's good. Like I'll play this. I'll definitely play with Svella now and Glittering Frost. My mind has definitely changed on this card. It's so funny because I've never played against it. Run Amok, never really got to use it. I just, every time I use Firewalker, I just get a little lower. The Recluse, I'm a little higher now. I will play it. Just, this deck though just performs so well, and I think the mana base of like, what do we have? 9 forests? 6, 7, 8, 9 forests, 5, 6, 7, 8 mountains. 9 forests, 8 mountains, 3 blue was just pretty fine for this deck, especially with Svella. And I'd definitely play 4 Berg Striders again. This card's insane. This was totally fine playing this. But that's it for me. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like the content, please leave a follow on YouTube and maybe even a subscription. And you can come watch me draft live on twitch.tv/blue_2tv. Follow me on Twitter at blue_2tv. That's a 1 with that instead of an L for both of those. And like and subscribe the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's it for me. Thank you everyone for watching. I will check you guys next time. My cat is not amused at my commentary. Munchkin. If you like the content, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also check me out on Twitch for live content and also on Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.